Hey guys, DJ here with Next Level Coaching, and today we have a match of a red, blue, green Burning Vengeance deck. This is Innistrad block, post ban list, blue, red, green Burning Vengeance versus red, green Werewolves. So let's get to it. This hand's not the best, it's not the worst. We have a lot of removal we can control as early creatures, and then we also have Burning Vengeance and Secrets if we draw more land to hopefully kickstart our engine. So we're going to keep. There are a lot worse sixes. And this Geist Flame is good versus most of his deck, so hopefully he plays like a Pilgrim or something on turn 1 that we can Geist Flame to slow him down. And we were for mana, which is just perfect. So we get to Geist Flame as Pilgrim. And here we should be playing Evolving Wild. Yep, we did. Alright, so far so good. And in this spot, we should be cracking it for a Forest end of turn, just in case we draw one of our green spells. And our opponent has a Mayor, which is kind of frustrating that we used our Geist Flame, but whatever. We draw another Geist Flame. Now, we should never play Geist Flame here. We should be casting either Burning Vengeance or Secrets and shipping the turn back to him on the hope that he doesn't play any spells. And if he doesn't play any spells, on our upkeep with the Mayor flipping trigger on the stack, we can Geist Flame it. Alright, so we did play Secrets. That's good. This is a gross spot because we don't want to see the second Mayor. Now we can't Geist Flame him. Wonderful. So now the plan here is we can Brimstone Volley 1 and Geist Flame 1. But I really don't want to waste those spells on Mayors. He already has 2 creatures in play. If the Mayors flip somehow, our Blasphemous Act is going to be able to Wrath, and this is something we need to be building for Blasphemous Act. So I feel that the correct line here is leave a red mana up, and we just want to play Burning Vengeance. And if he doesn't do anything, we can always flash back Geist Flame if we have to kill one of the Mayors on our turn. But I don't think that's going to be necessary. So our best case scenario is we play Burning Vengeance, and then he plays a creature and passes. Or maybe he even has a Moon Mist and flips his guys. And then we just get to, like, crush him with Blasphemous Act. The worst case scenario is Full Moon's Rising, which I haven't seen any of the lists play, but if they have a Full Moon's Rising here, this Blasphemous Act is pretty shitty. So let's hope they don't have it. Alright, so we take the Burning Vengeance line. He has a Shepherd. So either he doesn't want to flip his Mayors or he has a Moon Mist here. Either way, we're going to be able to act, or we're going to be able to kill his guys. It's not that big of a deal. We're hoping he has Moon Mist, I think, at this point. And he does, so this is good for us. Alright, and he's going to generate two Werewolves here, and we're going to be able to Wrath him. And they all flip back, too. But that's pretty irrelevant here. So we draw a land, which is fine. We're going to play the land anyways. You could make some considerations for wanting to hold it for, like, faithful looting and whatnot, or faithless looting and whatnot. But for the most part, like, we're not casting it anyways because we actually want all these spells that we have in our hand. So same thing with Desperate Ravings. If we draw it, we're just not going to cast it because we don't want to actually discard these things. So we get to Blasphemous Act, and if he has anything, we have the Flashback Geist Flame to start going to town. He has a Garruk. That's not the best for us. So now we can Flashback Geist Flame to kill the Garruk. We can Brimstone Volley to kill it. What else can we do? We don't really want a Desperate Ravings here, I don't think. Because again, we want these cards. So I believe the best line here is going to be to just flashback the Geist Flame on the Garruk. Let's see if that's what I did. I Brimstone Volleyed. Okay, I do not like this play. And the reason is we do need to draw some more cards here. We want to be able to cast a Desperate Raving sooner rather than later. And like, I guess getting the Brimstone Volley out of our hand means that we can cast it and not care about discarding Geist Flame, but that's still, it would have been a lot more mana efficient to just flashback Geist Flame on it because we really don't want to cast Desperate Ravings this turn anyways. Which, the way I played this turn, I'm imagining that's my plan. I ended up casting Desperate Ravings, and that feels like a mistake to me. Yeah, so I got super lucky and discarded a Geist Flame, but yeah, it's just a bad play overall. I guess my line maybe was I wanted the one Geist Flame to remain in my yard so like I could be able to get if he has another Garruk or like kill one of his creatures and get his wolf or something. Still feels wrong. Alright, so we dropped 8, and given the way this game's played out, I imagine that we're just going to... Well, now that he played a creature, I'm sure we're just flashing back Geist Flame and killing it. Or Desperate Ravings, I mean. I'm sure we're flashing back the Desperate Ravings right off the bat here. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Come on, discard a land. Oh, and we did discard a land. That's how good we run. So this feels like a spot where we want to Geist Flame his face and Burning Vengeance the wolf. And that's for considerations of if we go to 6, we die to double Brimstone Volley. I guess if we shoot the wolf with Burning Vengeance, we die to double Brimstone Volley anyways. But he has to have a Brimstone Volley this turn as opposed to like drawing them over the next 2 turns. Yeah, okay. Now we're starting to draw into some action here. And he has nothing, so I imagine at this point the game's just over from here, pretty much regardless of what we do. And we Ravings into another Burning Vengeance, that's cute. Yeah, so the only way we're dying now is to like triple Brimstone Volley. And that's an Emerald Wolf. LOL, we do not care about this at this juncture. And there's the game. Alrighty, and we are back with game 2 now. Of Burning Vengeance, blue-green, red versus WereWolves, red-green. This is Innistrad block. And we smashed game 1. Game 2, eh. This is an interesting hand. I don't remember if I ended up keeping or not, but because of the Faithless Looting, like we cracked the Evolving Wilds for a red, we could probably justify a keep on the draw here, because we do have our Pyroclasm and Rolling Templar. And I imagine I keep. Yeah, I did end up keeping. Alright. So yeah, we're going to Faithless Looting on turn 2, I'd imagine. He has a Pilgrim. Well, this is super interesting. We should be Geist Flaming the Pilgrim. Yeah, this feels like a mistake on my part. Luckily, we drew our Sulphur Falls, so we can actually kill it. And for some reason, I didn't Geist Slam it, so I'd imagine like he's just going to slam Garruk or Huntmaster and punish me for it. Hey, look, that's exactly what happens. Yep, and there I Geist Flame it afterwards. Yeah, that was a huge punt on my part. Like, you have to Geist Flame the Pilgrim there so they don't play a 4-drop. And I didn't. So now we have a fun game on our hands where like I have to grind this out. And he's got an active Garruk, and I pretty much at this point in time I want to be able to stick my Garruk. So like I have to kill his Garruk first, and he has Naturalize, so that's kind of gross for me. And we brick on the 4th land. So we flash back Faithless Looting, and then I mean I guess probably the only things we can discard here is Geist Flame and one of our Garruks again. And at least we have a 4th land. That's, you know, things could be worse. So, excuse me. We have a Rolling Templar ready to go for his Wolves. So that's not the worst. He missed an attack on us, which is really awkward. Guess we got super lucky there. But we still have to rolling Temblor here to reset the board. And he's still got 4 cards in hand. We're so unhappy at this point. And here in this spot, it feels like we have no choice but to play Huntmaster because, again, I want to stick my Garruk and keep it in play. I don't want to just trade and then have him play another Garruk or something. So, huh? Okay, there we go. We have some technical difficulties. Give me 1 minute to figure. Hey, what do you know? Magic Online disconnected me in the middle of recording. I'm going to try and get back to the same point in the replay before I continue with this. I apologize for all the technical difficulties. Alrighty, so I'm back to the turn after I cast Rolling Temblor, where he cast the Daybreak Ranger. And again, I think our only line here is we have to cast Huntmaster because we're trying to kill his Garruk. And he fights our Huntmaster, so that's kind of cool. It makes our Geist Flame live now. And he has more creatures in play. I'm fine trading here because if his Mayor flips, it's a huge blowout for me. I can't actually trade anymore at this point. But I guess I decide not to because of Blasphemous Act, which, interesting spot. I imagine that's incorrect. I imagine I'm supposed to trade here, and I'm not trading. So that feels like a mistake on my part again. This stack definitely provides some very complex game states. I will say that much. Again, I think the best line is to continue to try and put pressure on the Garruk. I think it's probably another spot for to play this Huntmaster here. And I guess I decided to flashback Geist Flame on his Garruk, which that's fine if he doesn't have another Garruk, but if he does, then it's a giant blowout for me. Maybe my plan was to hope he doesn't have Garruk, and then I cast Blasphemous Act, followed up by a Garruk of my own. That doesn't seem like a bad line. I still would have preferred the trade with the Wolf, though, for sure. Ugh. I guess he does play Full Moon's Rise. Now, he doesn't swing for some reason. That's strange. But I guess we get to stick our Garruk and start going to town now. And he doesn't attack with his Mayor, so that means my Garruk's gonna die. Or my Garruk's going to live, because he didn't attack with his Mayor. He's gonna regenerate his guys, meaning Garruk goes to 1, and I get to start making WereWolves now. And he has another Full Moon's Rise. That's super gross. Like, I just want to get to the point to where I can cast Blasphemous Act now. And be able to stabilize with the Garruk in play, but I can't because he has Full Moon's Rise, so I need to get him to blow that first. So I have to play the Huntmaster here, for sure. And he doesn't play any spells, so he lets them flip. So definitely want to respond by Geist Flaming the Mayor. Get rid of his Full Moon's Rise. Okay. So he's got regen shields on all his guys, so there's no except the Mayor, so there's no reason to cast Blasphemous Act in this spot. He fights my Huntmaster in response. That's fine. We're going to be able to make another Death Touch Wolf. Can't cast Brimstone Volley for the same reason. I can't actually kill his Nightfall Predator. So here he casts Burning Vengeance, flipping his guys back. We're going to get him to hopefully overextend now to try and kill our Garruk, and then we're going to be able to Blasphemous Act and win from there. He pretty ferociously overextends, and we resolve our Blasphemous Act. His Naturalize on the Burning Vengeance, naturally, but we get to Geist Flame him in response. The Lightning Bolt from the graveyard. Now we have a bunch of Huntmasters is what it's going to amount to from here on out. And this video is reaching its time limit, so we're going to speed pass through here real fast. He casts a couple of Grim Flowerings at the end here and doesn't really do anything. And I believe, yep, he scoops. Thanks for watching, everybody. Be sure to check out my blog, NextLevelMTGCoaching.blogspot.com for more.